Hello, this is the trade site U.S. Stocks and Futures Market preview for the week beginning Monday the 12th of November 2018, ending Friday the 16th. Monday is the Veterans Day holiday, so it's a bank holiday where the stock market is open. It's usually a dead day, but we will be around just to see if there's anything that happens early, but most people just take it off, so don't stress about being here if you don't want to be. Let's go through the week and see what we've got. So here's the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market and futures form. So we were up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, including some gaps. Thursday was a small down day. Friday we retreated. Overall for the week we gained a little bit. Let's look at the major daily charts and then we'll go from there. So here's crude oil, which just recycled what would have been a 13 buy signal on the seeker, and it's down at lows for the last almost a year at 59.87, which is good for this time of year with hopefully hurricane season behind us and everything else. Gold loses 14.8. That's the 14.8. That's one of the biggest moves down in gold in a while. It still is in the middle of the range of the last 3 months, but it's a good move to see. The S&P cash index, like I said, lost back 25.82 on Friday, but was up for the week. NASDAQ 100 back down 119.44, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's basically up a little tiny bit for the week. SOX down 23.18. I think that's almost down for the week. The biotech's down 72.75. That was down for the week. The Russell 2000 down 28.71. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's basically even for the week. The VIX closes at 17.36. That's up 64 cents. So coming back up a bit after finally making a new low for the last month. Remember, we have not yet, even in this little decline we've had, VIX extreme readings are plus 40, right? You go back to February and look. We got over 40, and that's when the market bottomed that day. We usually see that. We have not seen that yet, which means there could be more to come to the downside. Trend 1.06 puts the 10-day at 1.02. NASDAQ volume 2.4 billion shares. That's lighter than we've seen for the most part, and the 10-day moving average of volume is coming down. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ, negative 1530, big down number. On the New York, negative 1,075. Google loses $17.61. Apple down 4.02. Apple's been, Apple's down a decent chunk here, almost 20% in the last month or so. Netflix down 14.45. That's near the lows for the most part, except for about 3 days for the last 6 months. Amazon down 42.48. That had bounced back over the last week or two, though. Tesla down 89 cents, but that's still up over the last couple of weeks. That's not a big deal. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, gains 84 cents, bouncing off the lows. Goldman Sachs down 9. That's a big hit for Goldman Sachs. It's one of the more negative. They probably only had 3 or 4 days this whole year that negative on Goldman Sachs, and it's still hanging near the lows. Facebook down 2.91. By no means should anybody believe that we're out and in the clear in this market. These charts do not look pretty. The big stocks are not bouncing. This is not investing time because we don't do that anyways, but it's from a trading perspective, this can still be a mess if you try to get on the long side, so just don't do it. Here's the ES 10-day chart. So you can see on Monday a small gap up, filled it real quick, drifted higher and closed slightly positive. Tuesday flat opening, closed about where we were after about 10 minutes. Wednesday the gap up and went higher. Thursday almost no gap and filled it early and went nowhere. Friday gap down, did not fill the gap, went a little lower. NASDAQ side, pretty much the same thing, just a little more exaggerated on Friday in particular. All right, so that's the current look of the markets. Let's switch this back to 5-minute charts. And so what do we have in terms of economic data coming out this week? Remember, we're in November now, so this is we've already had, wow, that's interesting. This is options expiration week in November, because the second was on the second day. The second was a Friday, so the 9th, so the third Friday of the month is the 16th, which is this Friday. So this is options expiration week. It's not a triple expiration, but it is options expiration week. And Monday is essentially a bank holiday, so nothing will happen on Monday. So let's take a look at everything here and see what we've got. I still got China in here for some reason. Okay, so U.S. bank holiday on Monday. Tuesday, NFIB Small Business Index and Federal Budget Balance at 2 p.m. Wednesday, CPI and the Fed Chair speaks. Thursday, core retail sales, Empire State Manufacturing Index, Philly Fed, import-export prices, and the weekly initial and continuing jobless claims numbers. Then the business inventories at 10, natty gas at 10:30, crude oil inventories at 11 because of the holiday on Monday. And Friday, capacity utilization and industrial production and then tick long-term inflows at the close of market. So there's some data there. The CPI obviously is one thing. Core retail sales is another. It is what it is. We'll see what we get. So in terms of the charts, I don't see much that's indicative of anything. I do feel like there's more negativity ahead. We'll see what that looks like. Monday, we will call it. There won't be any calls in the stock report, but we will try to trade it early. And if there's nothing there, there's nothing there. It's a holiday, effectively. It's kind of like the day after Thanksgiving. Columbus Day, Veterans Day, the day after Thanksgiving. I mean, the markets shouldn't even be open because the banks aren't. But it is what it is. We're open. We'll try and take a look. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken the trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple of weeks. Have a great trading week.